Imagine this. You walk into a room full of people. Music is playing softly, conversations everywhere. Someone walks up to you, smiling. They stretch out their hand and say, "Hi, I'm Daniel." You smile back. You shake his hand. "Nice to meet you, Daniel." You repeat it in your head. "Daniel, Daniel, don't forget." For a moment, everything feels under control. But then the conversation continues. More people join, more voices, more thoughts. And just a few minutes later, you need to get his attention again. You look at him. You open your mouth, and nothing comes out. Your brain goes blank. Was it David? Dylan? Something close, but not quite right. Now you're stuck. You hesitate. You stall. You wait, hoping someone else says his name first. And in that moment, it feels awkward. Almost embarrassing. But here's the truth. This happens to almost everyone. And it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. In fact, it reveals something fascinating about how your brain actually works. Let's start with something simple. Forgetting names is not a sign of bad memory. It's a sign of how your brain organizes information. Think about this. If someone tells you, "I'm a doctor who loves football," your brain immediately starts building connections. You imagine a hospital. You picture a football match. You create meaning. But when someone says, "My name is Daniel," what does your brain do? Nothing much. Because a name, on its own, has no meaning. It's just a label. No image. No story. No emotion. And your brain doesn't hold on to things that feel empty. But that's only part of the story. The real reason you forget names happens much earlier. The moment you hear it. Because most of the time, you're not actually listening. Not fully. You're standing there, smiling. But inside your mind, something else is happening. Do I sound confident? Am I making a good first impression? What should I say next? Your attention turns inward. And while your brain is busy thinking about you, the name comes in, and slips right back out. It was never stored properly in the first place. It's like trying to remember something you never truly heard. Now add a little pressure to the situation. Maybe you're meeting someone important, or you're in a new environment, or you just feel slightly nervous. Your brain shifts into a different mode, a protective mode. Instead of focusing on small details like names, it focuses on something bigger. Am I okay in this situation? Am I being judged? Do I fit in here? And in that moment, names become less important, not because they don't matter, but because your brain is trying to manage something else first. There's another powerful reason this happens. Your brain loves images. It remembers what it can see. If I say, car, you see a car. If I say, dog, you see a dog. But if I say, Michael, there's no clear picture, no automatic image. And without an image, your brain has nothing to hold on to. That's why names fade so quickly. Now imagine meeting not just one person, but 5 or 10, one after another. "Hi, I'm Sarah." "Hey, I'm James." "I'm Linda." "I'm Chris." Your brain tries to keep up, but it quickly becomes too much. This is what psychologists call overload. Too much information, too fast. So your brain makes a decision. It starts dropping things. And names are usually the first to go. But here's something even more interesting. We don't just remember information. We remember feelings. Think about the people you never forget. The ones who made you laugh. The ones who surprised you. The ones who stood out. You remember them easily. And you remember their names too. Why? Because emotion acts like glue. It makes memories stick. But when there's no emotion, no excitement, no uniqueness, your brain doesn't see a reason to keep the name. Your brain is always filtering, always deciding what matters, what doesn't. And one of the biggest questions it asks is, will I need this later? If the answer feels like no, it lets the information go. But if the person feels important, someone you admire, someone you'll meet again, suddenly your brain pays attention. Suddenly the name sticks. So it's not about ability. It's about priority. Now you might be thinking, why do some people remember names so easily? It almost feels like a talent. But it's not. It's a habit. They do small things differently. They focus when they hear the name. They repeat it naturally. They use it in conversation. They connect it to something familiar. For example, if someone says, "Hi, I'm Rose," they don't just hear Rose. They picture a flower. Now the name has meaning. Now it has an image. And now, it sticks. But let's talk about that uncomfortable moment again. You've forgotten someone's name, and now you need to talk to them. So you avoid saying it. "Hey, how far? My guy, boss." You go around it. You try to hide it. And the longer it goes on, the harder it becomes to ask. But here's something you should know. Most people don't even notice. And if they do, they understand, because they've been there too. Forgetting names is one of the most human things you can experience. It doesn't mean you're careless. It doesn't mean you don't value people. It simply means your brain is selective. It chooses what to keep and what to let go. But the good news is, you can train it with very simple steps. Pay full attention when you hear the name. Repeat it immediately. Use it again during the conversation. Create a quick mental picture. Attach it to something unique. These small actions tell your brain, this matters. And when your brain believes something matters, it remembers. So the next time you forget someone's name, pause for a second. Don't judge yourself. Don't feel embarrassed. Instead, understand what just happened. Your brain was focused somewhere else. But now, you're aware. And awareness changes everything. Because remembering a name is not just about memory. It's about connection. It's about making someone feel seen. And sometimes, that one small detail can completely change how someone remembers you. If you enjoyed this, stay with us for more simple psychology that explains everyday human behavior. And tell me, what's the funniest or most awkward moment you've had forgetting someone's name?